Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the Love Grows Here collection from Bella Blvd. And although this is part of the Scrap Room Flavors of the Month kit, I'm actually using things from my stash because I had already bought the collection. And when I pick a collection for my live video for the Scrap Room, I like to keep that collection whole, or that kit whole, I guess, until after that video. So I decided to get into my stash. So the inspiration for this layout came from my friend Scrappy Jenny K. She just recently did a diagonal design and I absolutely loved her layout. So I knew I wanted to kind of scrap lift her, and so that is this layout. I'm going to be using two different pattern papers, and I'm sure if I practiced, I will get a better, straighter line using, I don't even know what this is called. I'm a nurse, so this to me is a scalpel. And I know that's not right. So anyways, I used my, use that, folded the paper, and then cut it down that line. I did distress the edges because, again, I am not very good at using that tool quite yet. I'm sure with practice, again, I will get it. But for the time being, it was not easy. So I am using the pink floral paper and then the word paper for the bottom half. And again, because I distressed them, it did make it a little bit interesting when I go to put my pictures on the page. So now what I'm going to do is kind of map my photos, and in Jenny's layout, she had kind of one larger, I'll call it a mat, for both of the photos, and she kind of offset them. So that's going to be what I do as well. I am going to pick kind of the teal polka dotted paper, and I don't know, I am realizing that I am going to want a lot more of these papers, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I am going to kind of offset them like that. I really like how by doing this, the photos really shine. You can have a busy background paper, but if your photos are sitting on a piece that isn't quite as busy, it just helps them kind of be the star of the show, I guess, a little bit more. So a little bit of backstory with these photos. This was right after my grandma passed away a few summers ago, and she would always go to McDonald's and get a McDouble. I honestly don't love cheeseburgers too much, but we were getting together as a whole family, and so my sister and I went to McDonald's, got a McDouble. I think we even got a Diet Coke, which she would drink. I don't even know if we drank it, but I believe we bought it. And so this is on her back deck, us eating it, and then kind of cheersing, kind of, this one's for you, Gigi, is kind of what we had in mind. And when I thought about the layout, I thought that would be my title, this one's for you, Gigi. But with using this collection, it was just, I don't know, the perfect collection, all about family. And then there were, remember, and family is everything. This family is forever. Just really great pieces to kind of, I guess, remember this story as well, if that makes sense. I am bringing in a fun cheeseburger Bella Pop from the Teen Vibe Carson collection. I think I have multiple of them, and I just knew that when I came to create this layout, when it was time to create the layout, that I would bring in that cheeseburger. So it's a little bit more orange than the rest of the layout. There is some orange in the collection. I don't use a bunch of it, but there is some. So it's not completely out of place, I guess. And then I decided, because when I bought the collection, I wasn't sure what to do with all of the houses. So I did decide to use a couple of them on the bottom right, kind of cluster those, and then add that tree. I believe those are all chipboard on the bottom. I wanted to bring in the scallop chipboard border and was going to put it under the photos, just didn't love that it didn't go the whole length. So instead, I added it to the top and really like the way that that looks. It brought more color to the top right of the layout there. And then I am going to pop the word remember up on foam tape. I was going to place the family as everything on top of it. But then with it popped up on foam tape, I decided to kind of place it underneath of it and like the way that that looks. The top left cluster, I am going to kind of switch out. I don't think I end up using that heart. I think I put it back and instead I bring in some of the flowers from the collection. Just really pretty flowers. The only problem is I wish there were more, quite honestly. But, you know, it is what it is. I only bought kind of the title ephemera pack. I did not buy the other one, and had the other one not been so house heavy, but maybe floral heavy, I would have picked that one, if that makes sense. I would have bought that one as well. But I have a few ephemera flowers, and there were quite a few flowers on the chipboard, which I appreciated. And then I did buy like the puffy stickers with the phrases as well. So I did, I think, incorporate one of those in the title cluster, and then Bella Pops. I have a few of those, and what I like about those is that they're layered, so they really can kind of sneak into any of the places. I can kind of maneuver them, I guess, so that maybe a different piece of ephemera or embellishment slides into like that in-between layer, if that makes sense. So I really do like the Bella Pops for that. So that is going to finish off this layout. I will try and link the Love Grows Here collection down below. But again, it is part of the Scrap Room kit for the month. So if you kind of think you might want the collection but don't want to commit to all of it, the Scrap Room kit would definitely be right up your alley. So I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.